Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Gloomhaven, the Crimson Scales on Tabletop Simulator. Last time we gave a very fond farewell to the Bombard, who, served us well. Very interesting character. A ranged tank is interesting stuff. I mean, normally you'd never think of it working, but I think the Bombard made it pretty interesting. I don't know. I doubt there's any ranged tanks in Frosthaven, but, I haven't seen most of the classes in that game. I don't think so. Maybe, I wonder if, the designers of Gloomhaven, Frosthaven have looked at Crimson Scales and been interested at all in some of the things they've done. But anyways, we unlocked a new character then. The Tempest. Hold on, I was going to change this. Yeah. So the Tempest. Just a shiny, sparky lady that's very stabby, but, she's also very dodgy, and that's a key mechanic. Being able to just discard a card from your hand in order to negate an entire attack. Interestingly, from the way that the description sounded, let me get that back real quick. Yeah, the attack is prevented. That's very key, because if an enemy draws the null modifier, the times 0, all the other parts of their attack still go off. You still get wounded, you still get cursed, you still get stunned, whatever it is. It all still happens. It just did 0 damage. But with dodge, you prevent the entire attack. Which could be very, very handy. So I don't think necessarily every time you have dodge and you get attacked, you're going to discard a card in order to negate it. But it's a very handy thing to have available to you, especially as such a squishy character. So this should have been 8. I don't know why that got reset. I think we're all set to go on to another scenario, number 14. I don't know what it's called. We'll see. But let's do a road event. As you walk down the road, you hear loud clanging coming from ahead. As you near the noise, you find a tent set up on the side of the road. An elderly man exits the tent and greets you, claiming to be a blacksmith who forges weapons for the military and asks to examine yours. My, this could use an upgrade. The blacksmith narrows his eyes as he slides his finger across the handle of your weapon. I'll tell you what, surrender this weapon to me and I'll pay you handsomely for it. Alternatively, for the low price of 10 gold, I could forge you a blade so jagged it could penetrate the strongest armors. Military grade. I guess I'd rather have a new blade. I don't know what would happen if I just sell my weapon or what that entails. So, sure. You ask the blacksmith to forge you a new weapon, and he asks you to wait several minutes outside the shop. You hear his bang into the anvil, smoke pours out of the shop, and minutes later he exits and dusts the soot off his jacket as he hands you a newly forged blade. One player loses 10 gold and gains a jagged sword, which is this. So, really, I'm not going to use it on here because the long spear is better, and obviously I'm not going to use it on the Hierophant, and the Hierophant's the only one with money. But if I buy it from him for 10 and then I sell it back to the store for 15, I gain 5. So I'm just going to save us all a lot of trouble and just gain 5. Okay, everyone pleased? The other option would have been pretty shitty for me. Selling my long spear and gaining 30 gold. Like, why would I want that? So, yeah. Frosthaven, I've noticed a lot of their stuff, if they have things like that, they always give you the option after you flip the card. You can decline after you flip it, and it'll say, okay, do this if you agree, otherwise do this. So it's nice to not just be forced into selling my spear or something, just because. Although, I mean, had I had to do that, I probably would have just sold the heater shield and gained $10, but whatever. All right, let's set it up. And yeah, we're listening to some Souls music. I don't know if that's a bad omen or not of what's to come. Cultist Cave, as opposed to Corpse Cavern. Yep. Okay. All right. You are in the Sleeping Lion, catching up with Sheila and her latest potion developments when the Singing Quattrel appears. The other patrons are quite happy at this. They'll either get a good song or an opportunity to heckle, but you fail to hide your disgust. Enjoying the attention, she skips over to your table before making an enormous show of presenting a rolled-up note to you. I have received word of a group of zealots meeting in secret just outside the city. They are currently small in number, but are actively recruiting, including one of our own. It is likely that they have some mastery of necromancy, so expect some undead creatures. But there are also likely to be rewards. Keep what you find, but just eliminate the 3 ringleaders. They are meeting tonight. Go straight to the caves marked on the map below, and you will find them there, with no other way out. You pass the note around, nod in agreement, drink up, and go, still ignoring the Singing Quattrel. There's a drunken heckle from the far corner at your sudden leaving, and a cry of, "Give us a song, bard!" You make for the door, but as you turn to open it, you see the Singing Quattrel standing on your table, guitar in hand. As the door closes behind you, you hear her start to sing. Killing gruesome undead hordes, our heroes dare to go. The only trouble they will have is telling friend from foe. You spend your trip to the caves debating how angry Salandra will be when he disappears, and imagine increasingly gruesome ways to end his singing career. As you reach the place marked on the map, you realize it's less of an entrance, more of a hole. There's a low glow coming from the hole, as if lit by torchlight. This is the place. Not believing in the look before you leap mantra, you jump down, only to find yourself surrounded by monsters. Maybe there is wisdom in the saying after all. Alright, so we have to kill every enemy on this tile. And there's no bush, tree, or thorns. So we're not getting that this scenario. Alright, the goal is to kill 3 cultists, and of course we're going to have to go through all the rooms to do that. We start with 3 living corpses, including 1 elite, and 2 deep terrors. Deep terrors are going to be the priorities, so let's just get to work on that. Alright, exciting stuff, new character. So we start with 2 sparks. Yeah. Which is nice. It's very nice. So, battle goals, never use a basic action. Kill a monster when 2 or more elements are strong or waning. Theoretically possible, but I'm going to try for never using a basic action. Which I already sense I'm going to fail. Kill 3 or fewer monsters during the scenario, or move at least 1 hex on each of your turns. Gosh. Both of those are just highly unlikely. I guess pacifist, but I know I'm going to fail it. Although, it's the Hierophant's last scenario, so it really doesn't matter. Or, presumably, his last scenario. Okay, I think actually opening up with Swift Strike is a pretty nice choice. This will get us an attack 4, and the Deep Terrors have 4 health. And if we kill it, we get dodge, which is pretty nice. So we're going to go with this. for being like a lightning themed character, my initiatives aren't insane, but they're all faster than 50, which is pretty good. So aside from that, we just need a simple move. I could probably just do this, and that Deep Terror would suffer a damage, just to make it a bit more likely that we kill stuff. Let's do that. For the Hierophant, again, I also wouldn't mind killing something, but it's certainly less likely. So I guess Sacred Death and or I could disarm the Elite Living Corpse, which wouldn't be the worst idea either. But I don't know. We'll do that. Go. Hierophant goes first. Living corpses are just going to be attacking, so I'm going to move here. I'm going to do an attack 3 onto this Deep Terror. +0. Close, but no cigar. Had I moved here, that would have been better. Okay, so that's fine. That's the Hierophant done. All attacks targeting allies gain disadvantage this round, which will matter only if I don't kill this thing. So I'm moving the Tempest up. The Deep Terror takes a damage. And then I'm doing an attack 4, which is this. -1 is 3. It's good enough. You are dead. It did not drop a spark, so we will have to add that every time, which is a little annoying. But I do gain an XP, and I gain dodge. There you go. That's that. And dodge doesn't go away at the end of your next turn. It just sits there until you get attacked. So that's pretty nice. That's it. The Living Corpse do nothing. They all take a damage. And then the Deep Terror can't actually hit anything. So that's that. All right. Decently solid turn. Do we have any pushes or pulls? We did have a push. But it wouldn't have really worked on this guy anyways. To get him into this poison gas. So do I have any pulls of any kind? No. Again, I have pushes, but the only way it works is if I go late, which I could. This all gets discarded. Discarded. So if I go late, but how late can I really go, you know? The latest I can go is 45. But this is pretty good because I have dodge right now, assuming I don't get hit. Or we could just say, fuck it. And I just have a very nice turn against this corpse. I think that's good. And then here, probably just want to kill the Deep Terror. Let's, I don't know, prayer cards. It's within range 2. Okay, if I move first, this could work. Let's do this and this. Perfect. So the Tempest is going to do the top of Air Current. So this is a move 2. So I'm going to step onto here, step onto here. Spark gets taken. Then I do an attack 3. So that's just an attack 3. 3 damage. Now I could push it. Which would actually prevent him from hitting me. But since I'm going to move the Hierophant, I'd rather just stay here. I have dodge, so I gain another spark and an XP. We're working the system, baby. It's great. And then I do the bottom of this, attack 2. Did I generate any elements? No, I didn't. So there's just an attack 2. So 1 damage, but it did inflict damage, so I gain another XP and my 5th spark. Pretty damn good. So then the following turn, we can just fucking execute this guy with channeled energy. Not quite, I mean, it's an attack 5. It's good. It's not insane or anything, but it's good. All right, the Hierophant is going to be moving 2. Yep. And then this is Harsh Rebuke. Yep, that's a kill. And I get to give a prayer card to the Tempest. Are we just assuming that the same prayer cards are still good? Probably. Negative conditions are still shit ass. So, yeah. I mean, Grace, the top of Grace can just essentially nullify most hits. But, yeah, Aspiration's good. Okay. Deep Terrors don't exist. Living Corpses, these two can't move. This one is going to be attacking the Tempest for an attack 5. No. Okay, awesome. Don't even have to spend my dodge. Well, wait a minute, no. Let me check the... Oh, before modifiers are drawn, I would have had to have chosen. Okay, so that's interesting then, because I could have discarded a card assuming, oh shit, I'm getting hit for 5, and then he draws a null. So you dump the card for no reason. That's very specific. You can't choose after the fact. All right, well, I chose not to discard a card, so it worked out. But now we know. So the attack is carried out normally and dodge is removed. So no matter what, when you're targeted with an attack, you remove dodge. All right, that's fine. End round. Okay, so now we definitely want to do channeled energy. I don't think I want to do the bottom of Aspiration. I'd really prefer to do the top. So let's do Voltaic Burst bottom to generate an air for next turn. I don't know what I could really do with that air. No, I really have no idea. Air seems to be almost entirely on the bottom for various effects, whereas light is mostly on the top. So had I had a way to generate light... Oh, actually, I should have generated air from this. So air should already be waning. Does air benefit me anything this turn? No. Still no. The answer is still no. So fuck it. Over here, I think we kind of want to just either finish something off or possibly slap a wound onto something, or encourage conviction bottom could be good. Just let her play aspiration right now. So let's do I could go no, I can't go first. And it doesn't really matter, does it? And then maybe I want to go late so that the ones on the bottom will move up. So let's do this and this. No, no. Don't do that. Do this. All right. Enough jibber jabbing. So the Tempest is going to spend a spark, because I think that's what that means, that I have to. That seems to be what... Yeah, I mean, that's what that symbol means. You have to spend a spark for this attack to work. So it's 1 plus 4, so that's 5, and away we go. Plus 0 and wound. You are dead. And you drop a spark. The other ones are going to be moving 2 and then suffering a damage. So I think we want to just be in there. Now, unfortunately, I can't move in a straight line with the move 3, because that'll run me right into the poison gas or into a wall. So unfortunately, I'm just moving here. Leaving a spark on the ground. The Hierophant is doing... Yeah. Pretty lame. I'm just doing the bottom of Encourage Conviction. So I gain an XP. And they play the top of this. So that's good. We can put that there. Now, had I done the bottom instead... Oh, no, I didn't have a light, so it's all good. Yeah, it just saves them in action. Especially for the top part. I mean, that's really the one you want to save on. And then the living corpses go. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And they both take a damage. Okay. Dump, dump. Dump, dump. Now, I could use the stamina potion to get back channeled energy. I could just as easily use Swift Strike again. I was just thinking with the long spear because I happen to have them bunched up perfectly. I was looking at a way to maybe get dodge, but no, I'd either have to go adjacent to both of them, which is not what I want, or oh, air current bottom gives you dodge. Oh, perfect. So I'm going to spend this. We're going to take back air current and swift strike. Works for me, baby. So then we're going to use those 2 cards, of course. The Hierophant, I don't know. You can just kind of watch. You can watch and enjoy. No. We can disarm something if it gets uppity. I think that's the best thing to do. Oops. Tempest goes first. So I'm moving 2. Adding dodge to myself. Was I at 4? Oh yeah, I guess I was at 4. Yeah. The next time I dodge an attack, discard this card to perform move 2, generate light, gain XP. Keep that in mind. I think I can also actually abuse the system a little bit and actually discard prayers to dodge. It says prayers cannot be lost to avoid suffering damage, but they can be discarded for whatever reason. And if they're discarded for whatever reason, they're returned to the Hierophant. So I think I can actually do that. How many times I'd want to do that? Hard to say, but, you know, it's... If I'm going to pick a card to discard, picking a prayer is not too bad. But anyways... So we're doing an attack 4. I'm going to use my long spear. So this is going to be on both of them. And that's that. I mean, if I kill one, I get dodge as well. But all right, first one here, number 1, +1. He's dead. Second one, 1 health. All right. So I gain dodge again, and I gain an XP. Yeah, I can see why long spear is pretty solid. That's that. Also, we got a spark here. Also, there should have been a spark here. Yeah, it's going to be annoying. Hierophant. I could disarm him, but fuck it. Move up and stab him. That's all we needed. Alright. Done. Let us read 15A. With corpses scattered across the ground, you hear rumbling and take notice of a large stone being removed from what must be a doorway. A hooded figure enters and lets out a small shriek at the sight of your presence. He quickly turns and runs back through the newly revealed doorway. That must be one of the cultists, and you'll see to it that that was the last time he'll ever shriek. Well, he may shriek one more time as you, like, stab his heart or something. Alright, so the door marked 1 is now opened. And whenever a cultist performs a summon action, summon a living corpse instead of a living bones. That's certainly worse. There's 1 cultist here, he's an elite, 9 health. There's 2 more deep terrors in there, 2 more living corpses. Yeah, we've got work to do. They do get a turn, of course, so draw, draw, and draw. Corpses are moving 2, I like that. Get them closer. Cultist is moving 2. And the deep terrors are doing nothing. Done. Okay. So this is active. This is all done. What are my options here for two big dudes? I can't really rely on going late. I think hard target, just because I get a bonus for being next to 2. I don't need to gain dodge, so yeah, definitely the top of hard target. And then we need a move, so I think let's try to go late. You never know. You never know. For the Hierophant, also going late. I could go slightly faster and do Prosperous Concord, which would make it slightly likely. Oh, I don't even know. Move 2, range 3. Okay, yes. It would +2 attacks. It would make it decently likely that the Tempest kills one, which is what we want. All right, we're going first. So the Hierophant is moving 2, shooting number 2, attack 2. 2's all around. I could have used the Slug Crossbow. But we probably want to save that for the Soul Strike. So that's just 2 damage. And the Tempest gets to add 2. So the Tempest is going to go. It's a move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Yep. And now I'm adjacent to 2 or more enemies, so this is an attack of 4. And it's an attack 6 because I'm targeting that one dude. So here you go. No. Well, damn. There's nothing I can do about that. Yep, there's nothing I can do about that. Okay. Deep Terror, again, doing nothing. Cultist takes 2 damage and summons a living corpse, which is annoying. And then the living corpses. Number 2 is going to be attacking me. This is a 4 attack. I'm going to go ahead and dodge. So I'm going to discard a card. Frankly, it doesn't really matter what. Then the next time I dodge an attack, I move to generate light, gain an XP. That's all pretty good stuff. Because that means I actually avoid all the shit. Because I just negate his attack. He still would poison all adjacent enemies. But I moved. So that's excellent. I wouldn't have been poisoned anyways, but yeah, now I avoid the second hit entirely. So that card was awesome. Big fan. So then this guy, he just moves up 1, and that's the turn. Okay, so unfortunately I have to short rest. Getting back the long spear would be awesome, but I think we need to work somewhat quickly before the cultist just summons like 5 more corpses, which could happen. So I'm gonna short rest. This is gonna be painful because I don't want to lose any of these cards. Lightbender, I think that's a reasonable one to lose. Same thing for the Hierophant. I don't think we're gonna have time to long rest every time. So yeah, losing disarm's kind of painful, but sure. Okay, you know, I could Soul Strike and use the Slug Crossbow. That would target both of them with attack 4s. And we could just kind of wrap this little skirmish up. But then, I mean, I don't know, we still have to wait for the cultists and stuff to move in. Because I don't want to charge headfirst in there. So, let's just think. We have light. We have light. That opens up some options. Static Shock. We can get an attack 3 going. It's not very incredible. We could also spend 3 of my sparks to attack both of them for an attack 3. We could do hard target again for an attack 5. That's pretty juicy. Yeah. Or I do air current to move in, attack 3, push 1. And then we follow it up with energy siphon, attack 3 on the bottom, get back a spark and an XP. There's no dodging involved in that plan, whereas I could do hard target with air current again. And we could just keep bouncing back and forth. But I don't know, I'm tempted to just try and work these guys over. So let's do air current, energy siphon. On this side, killing something would be pretty nice. So probably it's gonna be harsh rebuke, but I am gonna have to move for that to work. So you're going, okay, yeah, do that, do that. It's a tricky room. Altus goes first. He's definitely not summoning. He's just moving 1. Tempest. Move in. Generate air. This is an attack 3, push 2. Yeah, number 2. All right. Do that. I know, I mean, if I didn't push him, I could just finish him off, but we want to make some space. Because I don't have dodge. If I had dodge, I'd gain a spark and an XP. That would be awesome, but instead, we're just going to spend the light and do an attack 3. Crit. That's perfect. I definitely did damage, so I gain a spark and an XP. Good. You can set up for some air current against that cultist next turn. Or not air current. What is it called? Channeled energy. Air current is what we did just now. Alright, that's that. The Hierophant moves up 1. And this is an attack 3. +1. Dead. I get to give a prayer card over. So, I'm thinking probably Grace. Just in case. Deep Terror does nothing, of course. Living Corpses move 1. Okay. Done. Alright. That's all well and good. We do have air for what good that does us, which it tends to. Tends to increase our movement ability a bit. Yeah, we could get up to move 6. What do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's, we have to play this to get up there. And then we want to play Channeled Energy, which is very fast for better or worse. It is. Then I don't know about the Hierophant. I think probably go late and then do some healing, cause my guys, she's gonna need some healing. So let's do this and do this. That'll strengthen her for the next turn. All right, Tempest. We're consuming the air. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right there. And this is an attack 5. Yep. That's what it is. Big money, big money, big money. Okay. It was unreasonable to expect an actual kill there. Yeah, the bone shawl, bone-clad shawl wouldn't be a bad pickup, because this cultist would actually die now. But we'll live with it. Okay. So yeah, the cult is going. It's attacking the Tempest for 2. 1 damage. Good. Then the corpses go, and this is where it gets a little worse. They actually do both get within range. No dodges. Attack 2s all around. So that's a total of 6 damage. Very close. Oh, wait a minute. I may want to burn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, no, we're good. We're just outside the range. Okay, Hierophant, get in there and help out. That heal is within range 3. So I guess go here. And I'm going to use my helm that I got. Whoop. To add +2. So this is a heal 5. And you are flying, and you are strengthened. Go with God. Okay. Also, there should be a spark here that I probably could have picked up, but I was at full anyways. All right. Done and done. Okay. Here's a dilemma. I want the cultist dead, but I also don't want to be near all these living corpses. Electromagnetic pulse would push things away, but it doesn't do any damage unless there's a trap right there. But that's not a damage trap. It's just an immobilize and poison trap. So that doesn't really help us. If that was a damage trap, that'd be awesome. So I don't think I have too many options here. And yeah, their fucking positioning doesn't work. In a better world, I could use Voltaic Burst. But no. So there's just no way I can do any more than 1 attack. So I think we just have to accept it. We just have to go fast, swift strike, kill it for sure. No matter what, it'll die. I'll gain dodge, and then we just kind of move out of the way and set up something else. Do that. Blip, blip. On the Hierophant side, probably just clean up afterwards. Let's go on 22. Let's also go on 22. Corpses go first. Damn. Okay. Muddle and immobilize. Gosh. I don't get to choose this, unfortunately. It just happens. So that's definitely happening. And they're both doing it. So I still gain both conditions. I heal to full, which is kind of nice, but yeah. I'm immobilized. But my main concern was the corpses, so it's fine. The immobilize will be done after this turn. Alright, so the Tempest is going. I have Strengthen. So that invalidates the Muddle. So I'm just doing Swift Strike. +1, definitely dead, which is good because he was going to summon another one. Put a spark there. Then I gained dodge and an XP. Nice little XP machine, I'll say that. And I can't move, but I can make an enemy suffer 1 damage. So we'll do it to this guy. And that's the Tempest done. Then the Hierophant goes. I can do an attack 1, range 3, wound, and I can also attack 2, an enemy that is adjacent to an ally. So, yeah, I'm going to do an attack 2 on this guy over here. Nice. For bottom attack on a support character, that's pretty good. And then this is the attack 1 wound, +1, dead. Nice. I think we're definitely not getting pacifist. I feel like the Hierophant's been doing pretty well. This goes away, this goes away, this goes away. I didn't take any damage, so I'm still flying. Deep Terrors are targeting range 4, so that's nothing and nothing. Okay. End round. I think we probably crack open this door and leave the Deep Terror for later. I just have a feeling we're going to have to open all the doors, so it's mostly a moot point. This is discarded, 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 discarded. So yeah, we're going to hold on to Grace. Do I want to be the one to kill it, or do I want the Hierophant to kill it? If I can get him with Sacred Death, it'd be pretty good. I could also let him just play the top of Grace. Because am I really going to want an extra turn that just consists of playing Grace? No, but I need to move in. So, do this. And then, no, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. It has to be the fast. So then over here, it's going to be a move. I have dodge. So that's not really a concern. But I guess pick these two. All right, so the Hierophant is literally just moving up here and shooting attack 3, range 3. Dead. Yeah, the pacifist definitely is out of the question. But I gain an XP, and I can bless the Tempest, which is pretty good. And I get a coin. All right, Tempest is going to be moving 3. I'm debating about which one to do. Yeah, I think let's do the move on hard target. And I assume this text. Yep, okay. You have a treasure chest in there, that could be good. So I can target an adjacent enemy. I can target an enemy within 2 hexes. I want to spend a spark. I have 2 move left. Let's first add the cultist. Okay. There's 2 in here, so we actually don't even ever have to go through that other door. That's pretty nice. Right, so the cultists are moving 1 and attacking and healing. I can't really avoid that no matter what if I want to hit something, so yeah. That's why we have dodges. Even though I'm not going to dodge that attack. Yeah, so this is an attack of 3, I believe. Attack 3, pierce 2. He doesn't have retaliate 1. Do I want to not do that? If I go here and spend a spark, I avoid the retaliate if I don't kill him. That puts me in range of the other deep terror, most likely. Nope, no matter what, I'm fucked on that front. Fuck it. Alright, just do it. ×2 with the bless. Oh man, that came in clutch. Real quick. Alright, that's it. Done on the Tempest. Cultist moves up 1, moves over 1. He's attacking me for 2. Do I want to actually discard a card on this? No. So I think we're just accepting our fate of an attack of 2. 2 damage. Lose dodge, lose flying. Living corpses doesn't exist. Deep terrors. Oh man, it's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're both shooting me and both summoning deep terrors. There must be some limit, but I would imagine it's 6 at the least. So, you know. Yeah, here's deep terror 6, 8. It goes up to 8. Well, then we're really fucked. Okay, that's bad. Both of these are attack 0s, and they both got +1. Isn't that awesome? I hope you think that's awesome. Alright, now things are really gonna get out of control if the cultist starts summoning. So we're in pretty fucking deep doo-doo. The deepest of doo-doos. Yeah, so Static Shock is a very weak play. That's awesome. And then I think now is the time for Soul Strike, Slug Crossbow. If we do well, we could take out both of those new deep terrors in one shot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh god, these both would summon them as well. Fuck! Alright. That's really bad. Goes up to 10. I don't know if there is a limit. I'm not sure anymore. Okay, they didn't do any damage to the Hierophant, so that's good. Alright, this is gonna go fucking terribly. The cultist is moving up 1. And then this one is attacking me for 1. 1 damage. Now when it dies, if it dies this turn, it's gonna do 4 attack to everything around it. So that's good, but I highly doubt we're gonna kill it. So we're doing a heal 3 off of Grace, and then we're gonna do Static Shock. I'm gonna spend a spark to just do 1 damage to this thing. And then we're stabbing the other one for nothing. Awesome, love it. And then the Hierophant. This is range 3. Yeah, if I want to target both of these. Because as soon as we kill both cultists, the scenario's over. I think we should maybe try and focus on that, even though it's going to be horrendous. But if the Deep Terror starts summoning more and more, it's going to become a real problem. So, yes, we're using the Slug Crossbow. It's the second time we're using it. I don't know where we note that. I guess crossbow 2. May as well stun, because that'll be something. And yeah, this is what we're doing. So attack 4 and wound on this cultist. Nice. So that's 5 damage, and he's wounded. That's very juicy. Then attack 4 on the Deep Terror. No. Still wounded, but damn. That really cements the decision to not go after the Deep Terrors. Let's just work hard and work fast. I could heal myself, but no, I'm gonna... Here's the problem. I know I'm gonna get... I need to move. No, I need to move. Because otherwise I'm gonna get attacked an additional time and poisoned. And so that'll be really a bloodbath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. Could have strengthened myself, but no, moving was too important. That means that the Tempest is pretty fucked. Extremely fucked. There's a lot of Deep Terrors. Alright, so these two do nothing. We know that. Then I guess number 4 here would go. So this is an attack 2, first of all, against the Tempest. I really have no defensive options. Oh, also I was going to use a stamina potion here. So we have another turn right away. No, we want the other one. We want Harsh Rebuke and this. Okay. God. Yeah, so attack 2s, first of all. That just happens. So that's a total of 3 damage from that. Then they're both going to be doing attack 1s with disadvantage that immobilizer. So the first one does nothing. Second one does nothing. That's good. Then number 7 here is going to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, just barely managed to hit. Does nothing. Good. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't shoot. Whew. That's rough business. Obviously, we have to short rest. Oh, whenever I dodge an attack, gain spark. I completely forgot about that perk. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're in a bad spot. I only have 3 sparks, so channeled energy isn't that good. That's just a 3 attack. So Swift Strike is my biggest hit. At an attack 4. I don't think I can spend sparks to really enhance much else. Now would be the time to lose it, though. Yeah, Swift Strike loss. That's a 7 attack with advantage. That's exactly what we need. And then I think we'll follow it up with Energy Siphon to really dig it home. And then all we have to do then is burn a bunch of cards and survive. Assuming the Hierophant can actually kill this thing, which it should be able to. I'm not sure why I specifically picked this, because I won't be able to give him a prayer card. Alright, Hierophant first. Yeah, this is just an attack 3 on cultists there. I've got nothing that really works, so perfect. Done. Dead. Then I guess I'll just move on to it. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. Then the Tempest goes. We're spending a spark and losing this to do an attack 7 with advantage. That is amazing, by the way. Here you go. +1, that's 8 damage. Didn't kill him. So probably I should have done this part first. I do get an XP. And then Energy Siphon bottom for a 2 attack. +1, it's dead. Gain another XP and a spark. And you are dead. We're not going to get the chest. But, you know, what do you expect? The Deep Terrors, oh boy. That doesn't line up with anything. No, okay, this doesn't line up with anything. So these do nothing. These have no line of sight. These two are both going to attack the Hierophant. This can't attack shit. This can't attack shit. So it's just these two. Yeah, I kind of regret killing off the cultist then. We could have gotten the chest. And probably more loot. But, yeah, okay. A total of 2 damage. Done. Well, it's kind of anticlimactic. Okay. You step over the last of the bodies, counting your loot, and then look at the hole you dropped through, some 10 feet above your heads. Maybe a little more planning wouldn't go amiss next time. Gain 15 XP each. Alright. Sure. So that chest was 8. Just as a spoiler, we would have gotten a dizzying tincture. I would not have been too pleased with that, because we already have dizzying tinctures. I think I was only supposed to take one of these, but yeah. It's just strictly a worse stun powder, so it's not very exciting. There you have it. Gain 15 experience each. Hierophant never hit level 4. 23. Yeah, I think the Tempest is going to do pretty well for XP generation, so that's exciting. Alright, that's it. I didn't do Pacifist. Did I ever use a basic action? Not that I recall. And since I don't recall, I'm counting it. Alright, that's that. I didn't get anything from this personal quest, but I definitely completed this. That's 10 scenarios. Again, this was fudged, but like I said, I think I've proven that it's fairly easy to do only short rests. And as far as I'm concerned, that's basically what this card says. So there you go, another character retired. The Hierophant, yeah, very nice character. I don't think it's overpowered or anything like that. Maybe, But you really have so few ways of giving out prayer cards, you know? The prayer cards are amazing. They're awesome. I love it. I love it. But, yeah, you don't have many ways. I have the attack modifier that comes up sometime, but you only get one of those in your deck. And as it is, I basically just have, like... Here, you could do this. If you have an Earth and you're next to somebody, you could give it to him. Here, you can lose the bottom of this to loot 2 and give a coin to somebody to give them a prayer card, possibly 2. And then this one is your main one for a while, Harsh Rebuke, but you have to kill an enemy to get it. So there's no simple, easy way to just hand out prayer cards. It doesn't happen often, but they're great. So had we leveled up a bit more, we would have gotten Beacon of Hope, heal 3, range 3, and then an attack 2 on an adjacent figure, and generates a light. It's pretty nice. Bottom is a loss, bless and bless, range 3. Next time an ally draws a bless, they can heal themselves for 6, and then you lose this card. Huh. Rooted Subjugation on the offensive side. Attack 3, range 3, pierce 3. Target can't retaliate this round. Bottom, move 3, retaliate 1, range 2, affect 1 adjacent ally. Probably would have been what I took, just for the very nice attack. But yeah. Level 5. Devout Assistance. At the start of each of your turns, you can perform one of the following abilities. Spend an Earth to shield 1 ally within 3. Spend a Light to heal 1 ally within 3. It's a permanent, but having to spend elements, I mean, you really would need to... I need to figure out generation more than I have. The bottom, move 4. You end it next to an enemy, generate Earth. Ally, generate Light. Yeah, that's a good... Yeah, that's good. Good. Spiritual Gains. Whenever you perform an action on an ability card that triggers the Lost card action, place one of your character tokens on this card. Each time you perform a long rest, you may remove the token from this card. If you do not lose a card during the rest. I think we looked at this before. And, yeah, I mean, it certainly incentivizes you to burn more cards. Because you don't, you sort of make up for it. Basically, you could burn 1 card every rest. Between every rest. And you'd end up with the same amount of turns. Which is pretty appealing. I mean, because often I'll lose a card at a rest that is like a burn card because I know that I'm not going to burn it. But being able to actually do the burn effect and feel good about it, knowing that, you know, you would have lost this regardless, but now you get to do the epic effect. Yeah, that's really appealing. I mean, I probably would have taken that just to try and, like, alter my way of thinking and be more comfortable burning cards. I don't know. I mean, I don't have that many burn cards, but yeah, I'd probably use Soul Strike quicker than I normally do. I don't tend to pick a lot of burns, so that's part of my problem. But then maybe I'd start to pick more burns. I don't know. Move 5. The next time you perform a short rest, do not lose a card. Instead, gain the benefits of a long rest, heal 5, and go invisible, and get an XP. I mean, you lose this card, but still, damn, that's a nice effect too. But, yeah, be that as it may. I'm not going to look at all of them. Let's just look at level 9, because that's always most exciting. We have Bringer of Miracles, heal 3, range 3, burn a light to strengthen and gain an XP. The next time the target of the heal performs an attack this round, they consider any null drawn as a crit instead, and perform a heal X on themselves, where X is equal to the damage dealt. I mean, in that case, you don't even need strengthen. It's like a super strengthen, really. I mean, if you use strengthen and that null effect, that's pretty insane. The bottom, remove all bless cards from your attack modifier deck and perform a bless self ability. You are immune to bless and gain advantage on all your attacks. If you draw a bless card, place it in your discard pile and shuffle it back into your deck at the end of the round. Place it into your discard pile and shuffle it back. Oh, okay. So you just have a permanent bless. It's like an extra crit card. You can't gain more blesses at that point, but you have advantage on all your attacks, and you have 2 crit cards in your deck for the whole scenario. That alone is pretty fucking amazing. Plenty of characters would kill for that. Expansive permanence, shield 2, 1 ally within 3 or yourself. Spend an earth to make it 3 shield and also immobilize them. The figure affected by the shield action may target any enemy with their single target attacks this round, regardless of range. Whoa! Just stabbing across the room. That's pretty cool. Bottom, all allies add +2 attack to all their attacks this round. All enemies deduct -2 attack from all their attacks this round. And it has a 9 initiative. Yeah, that could be just a scenario changer. That could flip the whole damn thing around. Both of those level 9 cards are amazing. But yeah, I mean, one depends on how much support you are versus how much kind of damage you want to do. But yeah, pretty awesome. Okay, so let's do all the wrap-up stuff. We add, it says 41 and 42. We'll see. Neither of those are in here. 41 is in here. It doesn't sound like it's related to the Hierophant. 42 mentions the Brute. I think I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Something's not right. Oh, here's 42. And there's the Hierophant card. Okay. Then I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's when you create him, you add 41. And then when he retires, you add 42. I don't know, but there you go. We get to add a prosperity. We also did one of these. So that's that. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. We have to open this screaming skull thing. Also, all these items gone. Slug crossbow. I really hope that this character we get is ranged, because otherwise the slug crossbow is going to be pretty hard to pull off. Why did you put it there? Don't put it there. Alright, there you go. In there. Yeah, okay. So now we're gonna go to classes, search, skull. Let us see what we get. Yeah, okay. The Spirit Caller. Oh, it's a little vermling man. There it is. The Spirit Caller has a unique action type called Spawn, which brings forth powerful spirits to haunt your enemies on the battlefield. Spirits are represented by spawn tokens on the map and are denoted with a spirit icon on your spawn actions. Spirits are not considered figures. You are considered an ally to the spirits, but spirits are not an ally to you or each other, and they cannot be focused on or targeted by any abilities, scenario effects, or gain conditions unless stated otherwise. And they are unaffected by enemy effects such as retaliate. Okay, this all sounds pretty good. I mean, these are like summons that can't be hit. Spirits act in the order they were spawned immediately after your turn every round, and you control their actions. When spawned, spirits are placed in the nearest unoccupied hex adjacent to you. Place 1 damage token on a spirit at the end of each of its turns. Ah, okay, that's the difference. They take a damage every turn. Up to 1 spirit can occupy any hex, even if the hex is occupied by another figure, and they ignore traps, effects by overlay tiles, and obstacles. Spirits cannot target enemies which occupy their hex. An empty hex occupied by a spirit is still considered empty, and they cannot open doors or activate pressure plates. Okay, a lot of rules there. But yeah, they're unique summons, I guess. That I get to control after my turn, and they take a damage every turn. But otherwise, they're completely immune to everything. They can't be targeted. They go through everything. They can go into other people's hexes if they want, but they can't target an enemy in their own hex. So that's notable. As for cards... Ooh. Lag. Burning Pit. Spawn Blazing Fire. It's got 2 health. If an enemy enters the hex occupied by this spirit, kill this spirit and the enemy suffers 3 damage. If fire is strong or waning, 4 damage instead. So, this is basically a trap. This is a trap with a timer. Because you'll plop it down, and then immediately after your turn, it'll take a damage. Because it doesn't do anything. But... okay, yes, you have to place them in an unoccupied hex. So they can go into occupied hexes, but you can't place them in one. Because I was going to say, like, you could just do a guaranteed 3 damage by plopping it into somebody's spot. But... yeah, I mean, if you go quickly and you know somebody's going to be moving up to you, you can just place it in their way and they take 3 damage. They will be adjacent to you at that point, so you'd have to move afterwards. But yeah, okay. I see that. The bottom is move 3. Also, that's not a loss, so you can do that again and again. Move 3, spend a dark to move 4 and jump. All enemies occupying the same hex as the spirits suffer 1 damage. Okay. That obviously doesn't help the blazing fire, but there you go. Confidence Ritual, attack 3 plus X, range 2, where X is equal to the number of active spirits. So... could very reasonably be an attack 4, possibly attack 5, range 2. Bottom is a loss. Remove 1 damage token from 1 spirit. While it's alive, you gain +1 attack and advantage on all your attacks. To signify this, place your character token on the spirit. Well, we are gonna have to see what's the beefiest fucking spirit you could get. Because midway through the scenario, if you could get 5 turns where you have +1 attack and advantage on everything, that's pretty big. And he is a ranged attacker, so I'm excited for this. Dimmed defense, spawn a wall of shadows. It's got 2 health, doesn't move, doesn't attack, but all allies within range 1 of the spirit gain shield 1. Creates a dark, gives you an XP, and it's a non-loss. Again, it's just a very interesting thing. It's just like a 2-turn shield 1 all adjacent allies. That's basically what it is. I don't know how amazing that is, but yeah. Bottom is move 3, spend an air to shield 1 yourself, spend a dark to retaliate 1 range 2. Ethereal Canine, Phantom Hound, it has 1 health, so literally you plop it down, and then after your turn, it's going to move 3, attack 2. But it only attacks each enemy moved through with the move ability. With a normal summon, this would be dog fucking shit, because, like, how are you going to direct it? But spirits, you get to control. So, I mean, there's a way to rewrite this in a, you know, a normal format, but it's almost like a attack 2, target 2, range 2, something like that. I mean, that's basically what it is. Interesting. The bottom is place a damage token on a spirit. That spirit adds +2 attack to its next attack this round. Spend a dark to make it +3 instead. Okay. Skeletal Archer. Here's a little bit closer to an actual kind of summon, even though it's only going to last a couple turns. This is a very interesting character, I can see. It's almost like... I'm going to make a reference that I don't really understand. It's almost like Stans from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Isn't that basically what it is, where they, like, summon a spirit or something like that to do, like, one effect? I've never seen the anime. I know so little about it, but I believe that's what it was, because I think there was, like, a Dark Souls mod, a Dark Souls 3 mod that was basically that. It's sort of Pokemon-esque, I guess, but these are very short-term effects. So it's 2 health, moves 2, attacks for 1 within range 2. It can target 2 things and has Pierce 1. So again, you could rewrite this to be attack, target 2, range 2 for 1, Pierce 1. It's not incredibly amazing, but if you combine it with Ethereal Canine, the bottom, you could make it so it only lasts 1 turn, which, you know, is reasonable, and it would be an attack 3, target 2 within range 2. Or range 4, theoretically. That becomes much better at level 1. Attack 3, target 2, range 4, pierce 1. Pretty solid. If you burn a dark and that becomes an attack 4, it becomes even better. The bottom, spend a dark, swap places with any money token and unoccupied hex within range 3, and then do a loot 1. You may perform this ability as if you are in hex occupied by 1 spirit. Wow. The Ghost Carriage. 2 health, 4 move, no attacks. Force any figure occupying the same hex to move with this spirit during its move ability. I assume... Okay. Kind of want to see... the FAQ on this one. Okay, yeah. I was questioning if they had to like start on the spirit in order for it to, you know, the figure had to be along with the spirit for the whole movement. But no, you can, the spirit can move into a hex with a figure and then it moves it along with it after that. So you could do a lot of shenanigans with that. Cuz that's, I mean it's basically force one enemy within range. Well, I mean, it gets a little murkier there, but it has 2 health, so you could do it across a couple turns. Force an enemy within range 4 to move 4. That's a pretty powerful effect. That's pretty uncommon. So that's a very nice ability, I think. Essentially, any trap in the room, you could get any enemy you want onto it. That's nice. And that could combo with the other one. Because you can have multiple spirits in one spot. I think it said somewhere. Oh no, it says up to 1 spirit can occupy any hex. Okay, so you can't move with Ghost Carriage onto the first one we looked at. But still, there's traps around. The bottom, move 4, all allies and spirits. Move through may perform move 1 ability if you burn air. Okay. Midnight Feast, heal 3 plus X, range 3, where X is equal number of active spirits. Bottom is a loss. Next time a spirit dies, all characters within range 1 of the hex in which it died perform a heal 3 self, and all enemies within range 1 of the hex suffer 2 damage and gain cursed, then lose this card. I feel like that would be a hyper-specific situation where you'd actually want to pull all that off. But maybe towards the end, if you have like that trap spirit, you could just set off kind of a mini explosion. Something like that. Shrieking Spirit, spawn a Wailing Banshee. This is our first loss spirit. Health of 2, move 3, attack 2. Ignores the shield value of the target and immobilizes them. And it generates air, and you get 2 XP. It's certainly not something you're going to plop down all the time. But if you've got like living spirits or enemies like that with a bunch of shields, yeah, I mean, it's going to be pretty nice, especially combined, say, on the second turn. Oh no, the first turn with that damage boost card. I mean, it's basically, with that, it would be an attack 4, range 3, immobilize, and pierce of infinity. I mean, again, pretty good for a level 1 loss card. The bottom, though, if you have this in your deck for the whole scenario, is a move 2 jump, then a move 1. Burn an air to do a heal 2, range 2 instead of the move. And then the second one, burn a dark to perform an attack 2 instead. So if you have a dark, a move 2 jump with an attack 2 is not horrible. Toxic Charm, attack 1, range 3, poison, and a nice little cluster. You know, setting up poison for the Tempest could be pretty good. Bottom is a move 3. If you end your turn on a spirit, perform heal 2 on yourself. Whistling Winds, attack 3, target 1 enemy adjacent to a spirit. Again, no range of any kind listed, although your spirits are never going to get that far from you, I think. Maybe the carriage. Then burn air to do a push 2, burn dark to do a curse. Bottom is move 2, all spirits perform move 1 and generate a dark. Pretty sure this card's going in the deck. Fear the Reaper, spawn Death Eater. Health of 2, move 3, attack of 1, range 3. Once per round, if you kill an enemy within range 3 of this spirit during your turn, you may remove 1 damage token from it. Ooh. But it has to specifically be the Spirit Caller, not the Tempest. And the Spirit Caller doesn't have a great amount of damage to himself. But still, even if you never get that effect, it's still decent. The bottom is move 3, curse, target one enemy within range 1 of 1 spirit. Forceful apparition, leeching phantasm, another loss. Move 2, attack 2, health 2. You may force the target of the attack to perform move 2 with you controlling the ability. If the move ability was performed, they also gain stun. That's certainly pretty good. Because it's basically... I mean, you do have to move him, but you can move him 1, or you can move him back and forth and keep him in the same spot. Generally, that's always going to be doable. So it's basically do a free attack 2 stun 2 times in a row. That's pretty powerful for a loss against a big enemy that is vulnerable to stun. The bottom is move 3, then force one enemy occupying the same hex spirit to perform move 1 with you controlling spirit, moving the spirit with the enemy. And finally, Unholy Sacrifice. Attack 4, range 3, target 1 plus X, where X is equal number of active spirits. Theoretically, that number is not going to be higher than 2. But still, attack 4, range 3, target 3 as a loss. Pretty decent. Level 1. Bottom, move 3. Next time a spirit dies, perform pull 1 ability targeting 1 enemy within range 2 of the hex in which the spirit died, pulling it towards that hex, then discard this card. So yeah, you basically pull an enemy into the spirit's death. Yeah, I guess. Okay, that's a lot to think about. Is there a female spirit caller? Oh, yeah. I like that. That big skull behind him, that's sweet. All right, yeah, so I mean, of course, we're going to play as the spirit caller. How could I not? Sounds cool as hell. But it's definitely one of those classes where you're just gonna have to experiment. You're just gonna have to play it and figure out how it all functions, how it works together, and all that sort of stuff. So it'll just take some time, but I'm certainly interested. All right, so we are level 3. We know that. We do get 3 perks to start. Go ahead and ignore negative scenario effects, even though it doesn't seem like there's ever any negative scenario effects. So that's probably a waste of a perk. But eventually, we'll be glad we have it, and the Tempest will be sad she doesn't have it. Beyond that, again, consistency is really important. We have a lot of little weenie attacks. We don't want any negatives. Her perks are not amazing. I mean, imagine if she had like the Demolitionist perk set. But all right, replace a -2 with 1 -1 and 1 +1. And then this, I think, replace a -1 with 1 +0 or +2 if it was a spirit performing the attack. So really, we're just taking a +1 card and that +0 card and getting rid of our -2, which is right. It's right. It's right. Okay, there it is. It would come up. I knew it would come up. This is done. We have just a generic +1. Nope, that's not it. That's it. And a +1. Yeah, it's already quite a bit better. Alright, so that's that. Our milestone thing is experience a spirit dying in a hex adjacent to you 10 times. Okay. Oh boy, did I do any of this? Did I dodge any attacks? I don't think I did. Did I discard any cards to dodge? I think maybe once, right? I think one time I did. I love how these cards look. What a great coloration. I like this combo of colors. It's very pleasant. Very pleasant. We do have 8 health. We are still 2 squishies. C'est la vie. And for personal quests... So this one is the Luminary, which I mentioned to you. It's all elemental stuff. Just don't know if I feel comfortable with playing as that character in 2 players, juggling 2 players. I just don't know. I feel like I'll be struggling. Whereas this, we know, is the Star Slinger, which is a little lame because it's something I've already experienced. So we could just swap this out. Star Slinger is really good. But yeah, I think for our limited playtime, we just want to experience as many new classes as possible. Ah, this fucking one. Perform that many lost 20 rounds with lost. It's never gonna happen, man. It's never gonna happen. That was the same one, you bastard guy. Here you go. Add the battle standard item to the city supply. Experience your allies killing 12 enemies with abilities granted by you. Okay. Add the battles. Okay, so buying it is optional. Because you might have other abilities that give allies attacks. During your turn, one ally within range 2 may perform attack 2. Well, the nice thing about that is, according to this, my spirits are my allies. They're not allies to me, but they're my allies. So I can actually use the battle standard on my spirits. Not that I'd necessarily want to, but I can. Gosh. So I have to get how many? 12? 12 kills with this battle standard. At minimum, that's going to take like 6 scenarios, but more likely it's going to take a lot more than that. Now, we can take... we can do Ethereal Canine Bottom to add +2 attack to its next attack. So if I do that, and we do this, I can give a spirit a 4 attack, which is much more likely to kill stuff. I guess that's a reasonable combo. But gosh, that bottom of Ethereal Canine is so, like, essential, I feel. I don't know when I'm ever going to summon a Phantom Hound. But I don't know, we still have level up to do, so let's look at our level 2 cards. I know, these long videos. Spawn Bat Cloud. Health of 2, move 2, attack 1. Targets all adjacent enemies with a muddle. So a muddle and attack 1. Remembering that it can't target an enemy that it's in the hex of, but you could still go into an enemy hex and target everyone else around you. The bottom, move 2, all spirits add muddle to all their attacks this round. Spend an air so it makes it you as well. Or Smoky Shroud, Mantle of Darkness, health 2, move 1, attack 2. Whenever you end your turn on this spirit, you are considered invisible for the round. Ooh. The bottom is move 3, push 1, one adjacent enemy, dark, +2 push. If the target is pushed into a hex occupied by a spirit, they suffer 1 damage. Oh, gosh. Here's the thing. I don't know how much I want to go invisible with the Tempest there being pretty squishy. We're both kind of squishy, so we kind of need to divide and conquer. I don't know if invisibility is... I mean, yeah, sometimes it's really good, but I don't know. I'm a little iffy on it. Not that I'm crazy about Flurry of Madness either. But I think with 2 squishy characters, muddling enemies is a lot more valuable to us as a team than one of us going invisible. I think. I'm not sure, but we're going to take Flurry of Madness. It's not like, oh my god, this is such an awesome card, I'm so happy, but I think it's going to be a pick. Decaying Daggers, attack 2, range 3, target 2, add +1 attack if the target is within range 1 of a spirit. They don't say adjacent because they could be on the same hex, which isn't considered adjacent. But it is within range of 1. So, attack 3. So if they're next to each other, and there's a spirit there, that's an attack 3, range 3, target 2. It's like... I guess. I mean, it's... I'm thinking of like the Scoundrel's level 1 card of throwing daggers or whatever it is, which is basically an attack 2, range 3, target 2. So this is just slightly better than that, only if a spirit is involved. It's not very impressive in that context. The bottom is a loss. The next 5 times a spirit attacks an enemy with shield, add Pierce 2 to the attack. Again, could be pretty good in specific situations. Spread disease, you can spawn a leprous wraith. Health 2, attack 2, move 1, adds poison. If the target already has poison, add wound instead. The bottom is poison, all enemies within range 1 of 1 spirit. Yeah, I think leprous wraith is probably good. Or it's probably a solid choice, whereas Decaying Daggers just does not impress me. We have to figure out what to dump. Let's look at the X's first. Which of these X's do I love? I think Unholy Sacrifice is out. The bottom doesn't really impress me, and I'm not likely to ever use the top. I mean, I am, but, you know, it's going to be at the end just to, like, get XP or something. So I don't know. But between these two, one of these is a loss. It is good because it has all this stun. But I think the Death Eater is a bit more reliable. It's a ranged attacker. It's possible for it to stay around longer than 2 turns. And the bottom is a move 3 with a curse ability. So I think overall Fear the Reaper is better for my playstyle, even though the initiative is insane. But sometimes you want an insane initiative, I guess. So that's that. I have to get rid of a level 1 card to replace, or to include Fear the Reaper. There was definitely one that I was not impressed with. I don't remember what it was. Oh, probably this one. So let's dump these aside. Okay. Then we have to look at the level 2, level 3. What's my least favorite? Spirits? Gosh. I mean, the ghost carriage is a very particular thing. It's just like just an amazing repositioning card for enemies and keeping enemies away from you and things like that. If there's traps involved, it could be awesome. But if there's no traps involved, it's okay. I mean, you have to spend a turn to throw this out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure. I feel like all my attack cards I kind of want to keep, but I don't know. I mean, you probably could just do a summon a spirit-only deck. So I'm not sure. If I look at the Skeletal Archer versus the Death Eater, this has one less move, one less range, but it has an extra target and the pierce. It doesn't have the effect where it could continue to survive. But if I go spirit heavy, the Death Eater becomes worse and worse because I'm less likely to kill anything on my turn. So maybe I should just replace the Death Eater and be done with it. Yeah, alright, fine. Again, we'll just have to see. Then the level 3, the Leprous Wraith. It's just a very solid, slow melee attacker that can poison and wound. Oh, the Wall of Shadows. Yeah, I don't really care for that. That should have been gone a while ago. Yeah, I forgot. Alright, that works. There's our hand of 10 cards. An interesting character. We're gonna have to see. I do get... This cost 45 gold? Jesus. Okay, well, I had to spend 45 on that, so I have 15 left. What do you want to spend it on? Gee. Probably a stamina potion as usual. What else am I going to spend it on? Mana potion? Piercing bow, I mean, would be great, but I don't have any hand slots anyways, so... yeah. Probably a minor stamina potion. And I have 5 gold left over. Okay, I think that's it. We got 2 fresh characters. This is going to be a very different, exciting campaign now. Let's do our city event to end things as usual. You are perusing the shops in the Ward of Scales district when one of the wooden shop stalls nearby suddenly collapses on top of the elderly Valrath shop attendant. A crowd gathers as she shouts maniacally from underneath the wreckage, cursing the vermling who allegedly rigged her stand to collapse. That rat has been a thorn in my side ever since I moved my shop to this district, she wails. She appears uninjured, but cannot free herself from the heap of wooden beams piled over her. Meanwhile, you spot a small pack of vermling opposite the collapsed shop, rifling through the unattended belongings of the other distracted shop owners. Well, let's free the woman. Okay, a lot of symbols. I don't have any of those symbols. That's probably for the best. I would have gained an Amulet of Life, which is okay, but this way I gain a reputation. Had we done the bottom one, we would have gained 10 gold each, thanks to my little spirit caller, just because he's a vermling. Fucked. But we'll take the reputation. We don't get many of that. So look at that. We get a -1 discount. Amazing. That'll do it. So next time we're going to be heading on to this sailing chain. That'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited to see how the spirits all work out. Sounds like a lot of busy work on the map, but we'll see. Alright, my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Gloomhaven, the Crimson Scales. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.